Hello, Clippers! The government announced the official start of the Philippines dry season. It's the closest thing we have to summer, so for some it spells endless vacation, trips out of the town, and swimming sprees. So, it's safe to say that we know what you will do this summer. You will surely have fun. In our own little way, allow us to add more fun to your summer. Here are the top 5 stories of this week that will help you feel good while keeping yourself updated with the current events. Before we begin our countdown, like and follow us on our social media sites. We also have a YouTube channel, so better subscribe. The Bureau of Internal Revenue or BIR said its tax collection for the first quarter of 2018 went beyond the expected rate. In a report published by a popular news outlet in the Philippines, BIR said it collected 422.6 billion pesos for the period of January to March 2018. This collection rate was significantly higher than 2017's first quarter. What was behind this surge of tax collection rate? What else? Of course, the Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion Law or TRAIN. Thanks to TRAIN law, the government was able to increase the excise tax rates on products like cigarettes and sweetened beverages. This increase is crucial since the TRAIN law exempted those earning an annual income of 250,000 from paying the income tax. Thus, the increase on excise tax allows the government to have an alternative source of revenue while giving exemption to salaried employees. Going back to the main issue, BIR's high collection rate can be interpreted in two ways. It's either the government has more funds for projects or corporations are paying higher taxes, which is somehow detrimental to the country's business community. This is another news that concerns business, but with a tinge of politics. China's Xi Jinping might come to the Philippines on November, according to presidential spokesperson Harry Roque. What can possibly bring Xi Jinping to the Philippines? For one, the Duterte administration has a more friendly stance towards China. In spite of the long-standing tension in the West Philippine Sea, President Rodrigo Duterte always maintained a cordial approach to China. At one time, he even allowed China and Philippines to have a joint exploration of the disputed territory. This upcoming visit, however, will allow Xi and Duterte to talk about other topics such as military cooperation. In other news, former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo even complimented Xi Jinping and says that Xi Jinping's thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics can help the Asian region grow further. This statement is surprising given that Arroyo's administration was marked with a violent crackdown against communist activists whose ideals are patterned after China's socialist style. Anyway, let's see what will happen when Xi Jinping comes here in the Philippines. For now, one thing is for sure. Political alliances change, and in politics, there are no permanent friends nor permanent enemies. Speaking of territorial disputes, American, Australian, and Japanese warships came to the Philippines shores this week. One American ship came to the Philippines on Wednesday for a port visit, according to a statement from the United States Embassy released on a popular newspaper. As for the two other countries, Japan and Australia, their vessels came to the Philippines just before the week ended. Japan and Australia sent vessels here for a goodwill visit. Does it have an effect on the tension over the West Philippine Sea? The situation can be roughly compared to the Cold War, when countries show force without launching a direct assault on each other. Take this as an example. The United States said anyone has a right to sail over the disputed waters, but it stationed battleships in the vicinity of the West Philippine Sea. It's a curious case, isn't it? Keep yourself updated with this issue. Aside from being a national concern, this one is a curious case which is more interesting than action series. Now, so much about politics, economy, and military exercises. Let's have something cool instead. The Department of Tourism or DOT gave a friendly advice to backpackers, tourists, and to anyone who's planning to go on a summer vacation. Be careful when availing services of travel agencies. It pays to be extra careful, and you don't want your vacation to be ruined by bogus travel agencies. So, the DOT advised summer buffs to be wise. It means work out your travel plans. Identify tour and travel agencies, see tourism quality seals, and engage accredited services providers only. To sum these tips up, DOT was saying travelers should look for quality seals when looking for travel agencies. DOT gives this accreditation to travel agencies, hotels, and even amusement parks with high quality standards. At last, here we are at the last story of this week. We were talking about the DOT's tips on how to travel worry and regret-free. So here's a tip on where to go this summer, and the tip is coming from the National Geographic. The National Geographic named Zamboanga's Pink Sand Beach as one of the world's best coastal resorts. The beach is in Santa Cruz Island in Zamboanga City. Is its sand really pink in color? Yes, it is. Its pinkish aura is due to some particles of red-colored corals that have been crushed on the seashore. Travel blog sites say you can reach the island from Paseo del Mar. From that point, you'll ride a motorboat that will bring you to the pink paradise in less than 30 minutes. Off you go, the pink beach is waiting for you. Let's just hope this natural wonder can be protected from hazards. Last, here ends our weekly recap. Again, like and follow us on our social media sites. We also have a YouTube channel where you can subscribe for Asia's and the Philippines' latest news. Now, you can finally speed up to your summer escapade. Till next week for another round of Trending Clips.